Wagwan Family. Mannaz and total respect. We just watched a video a while ago of a school youth who was wearing a green epaulette in a khaki uniform of Jamaica. Jumped by like a half a dozen man in a plain clothes, boy, adult to look like. And them I get the school youth some hard lick. And all about. I said, my God, if this was my son, what would stop me from going crazy and losing my mind? And them said, video it. So them video themselves. I beat up the school youth. Some major blow them again, about half a dozen man. In Jamaica, I beat up the school youth. Not a good look. There's too much violence in our society. From top to bottom. Even the police, they go enforce the law. Should be a peace officer. We do not have peace officer in Jamaica. The badness gone to another level. It is in our schools. It is on our street. Every man wants to be a gangster. Now, one of the biggest social engineering tools in our modern history is the music. May I tell you guys that? Have you noticed nobody now talk about the music? Think about something where I inject and I infuse, not but violence in the youngest youth them heart. While police are out there dirt the youth them. Because you them fall in love with guns where the music are in sight. Make them love gun more at a younger age and they don't want a small gun. Every youth want a rifle. Them I hear the song them. I tell them, so, oh, you see a bad man, I ain't never dirt nobody yet. You see a bad man and you go dirt people at night time. Someone want a strike. Say, boy, I'm on a fussy. I'm a real bad man, so I'm going to prove something. You see what I say? Ivan Wagwan, enough love, Ivan. Enough love. So I say, people, the music. What happened to some of the artists then? Some Sugarback and Leban Killer. What about some Youth and Green? What about some Jamaican? What about Brian and Tony Gold? What about Half Pint? What about Terry Fabulous? What about Terry Genzi? What I'm told music people, like our music being hijacked. It could go on and on. What about good artists? Good artists are the people. What about good artists say that? If I haven't noticed that the artists them will have, then bury them. What about local Twitch? Man still alive, people. Good artists, or tear up place, You can see them on our dance out Robert Up Thursday with Peter Metro and them man there. You understand me? It's a real artist from back in the days. Come out and say, oh my God, the man them still got it. Having noticed our music being hijacked right under our eye. And the man I say, yo, the man them all. Uncle Jamaica, we can't say that. Look on them all artists up as still a full up stadium. Them still make money. As we as Jamaicans say the man them all and this and that. I will sit down and we have the local youth, them take it over. And you don't have the bigger man, them I show them say, no, and I say, that is not how you're great. That's not the legacy. That's not how we become great. That's the type of music you do to become great. So we watch them and them and mash up music, young artists, and I hear the big artists. I respect you, them are works, I respect all you, I have no saying I respect none. I get bitch them at them. You didn't talk about all type of nasty music, peer sex in the music now. Every man has snitched for what them do in a bedroom. Every man has snitched for record what them do in a bedroom, like nobody want to hear what you do in a bedroom with a woman. Imagine, in a raw farm, First time when I'm gonna talk about sex in a music, you have to think. You understand me? And believe whatever you believe. But no, the man just tell it, wow, the good music them ban. Now you hear them with it. Gun and sex. Because Jamaica, me I hear about the AIDS epidemic out there. Because I'm not talking about that, But I read about that while I was there on the island. So I go there for 4 months. I'm going to walk pan Eagle. Like me I walk pan Eagle and be careful. Yeah, me hear about the epidemic of that out there. So where you expect it's going to come from? A nation who is singing about sex. Even look at you, them go to school. You tell them about nasty sex and music. They want to follow the music, what the music has say. And they want to be that person. You know, look at you, them things that they're adult. And you just tell them the raw farm. So even look at you, then. They want sex, they want gun. Yeah. The government is telling the youth them to put on the gun, Lego crime. But at the same time, you have music. I tell the youth them to pick up more gun and commit more crime. People who are more influential in the youth them head, because the artists them are more influential than the politicians, than even their parents. Music is powerful, people, more than they know. Very powerful. I remember when we started out talking like this on social media, I get a lot of pushback. Trust me, I peer pushback me get. You know, a long time I talk about this, and no blogger would have picked it up. None. Because, are you crazy, man? You have a video like that? Yes, people. For years, me see it. Now, me and my brother have been talking years ago about this topic. And I said to my brother, anytime I see the local youth, them start pick up gun and dirt people, the music has gotten to them. And guess what, people? They look at you, them more and more are coming to crime. Them look at you, them. And the reason why I say that to my brother, they look at you, them school youth. Because why would they go commit any crime? They don't have rent to pay, they don't have mortgage to pay, they don't have to feed pickney, they don't have to buy food. None of them live with their mother and their father. And not all of them poor. Nobody believes a crime just, it's just to a certain, it just hitch up on a certain demographic. You understand me? It's widespread people right across the board. You have poor man say my bad man, you have rich man son say my bad man too. And 3 father money can buy bigger machine and more corn grain. So it's right across the board. I want to understand myself, people. The music is powerful, people. The music in England, come here, pay attention from a long time with the music, and I'm going to check out England, especially from the time when Alkaline went over there and all his shows canceled back to back to back. Remember that? Yeah, man. Alkaline went to England. I'm going to follow that story. And the show them are canceled back to back because England refused to let them take certain type of energy in them country, right? Because they see the straight line from violent music to violent crime in the youths. You understand me? Them see the straight line from violent music to violent crime. So that's the way them think. It even helps with law enforcement. That's why the police don't walk with gun in England, don't. They don't want to walk with gun. So in Jamaica, when our police, I go to a school, they say them carry a big old machine, this big old heavy hand, I go in a school for any little simple things. And they look stupid like what? Don't. But we still we are the music factory, or we are the gun music factory. Kind of like when we see, so we are going to sing ourselves and money put up ourselves to a grave. Man got dance, go throw money on select a table, money pull up, and probably get dirt before him go in yard. In a dance, prom, a bus blank. Yeah, for gun music, I talk about dirt, a boy, this and that. What good you get out of gun music? A man I sit down and talk about another music. It's about violence to me. I believe it's an act of terror. Believe me. Your job is to teach the nation how to become wicked. There's nothing else you can sing about. Just murder, violence. But the biggest thing, people, the people who can make a change, they never say a thing. The people who can make a change, like the woman named Babsy Grange, she had the Minister of Culture and this and that. She could have called up the artists then, have a meeting with them and this jockey and music engineer and all them things there. Call everybody to the fore. See we can do better music so the younger generation can become better. Or we can turn on this ship of violence in our country. You cannot have the government and tell you that. put down the gun, done with the violence. But you have man, I sing music, say, more gun, more violence. Which one is more influential to the youth? Is it the government who is saying, put down the gun, put down the violence? Are the artists who sing more gun, more violence? Which is more influential? Who do you listen to? Are they listening to the government who say, put down the gun, no violence? Are they listening to the artists say, more gun, more violence? People, we have to change toward violence in our society. Even school youth in a school, you see the violence. School youth dirt other school youth for gathering. That's the type of thinking. School youth and gathering. And over gathering, school youth, dirt youth. Just the thought of that is like in some Twilight Zone or some script or some movie. Is this even for real? But school youth are doing gathering. On top of that, you dirt other youth for gathering. And when the principal pull out our draw at school and the news media come there, when they look at the draw, a whole part of that gathering, when they see them, when them confiscate from the youth, them at school. So, you say, what happened to society? Well, they must sing it in the music, them too. In the music, they must sing about gathering, the obia, they must sing about chopping, they must teach you all these things, Hitman job. Those things are praised in music. People, if me a prime minister that cut out, sorry if you hate me. That's cleaning up crime. When go dirt you, them that is not cleaning up crime. You have to get to the bottom of this thing. You have to get to the root of what caused crime. Don't tell me say poverty become a broke, real poverty and poor. And we run criminal, we run the best back in them days. So poverty is have no relation to crime right now in terms of what is going on. Don't tell me about you, them hungry man, and you them need this. I don't want to hear from nobody. I do not want to hear that from nobody at this time. Most of them youth can't get a ride go anywhere they want to go. At least one of them Virgin never ride. When we walk, 20 years we walk to Rotted Pan Road and none of them on a ride. God bless you, 1 and 2 man who have a bicycle and they grow. We really poor, one shoes bottom lean, and when rain fall, the water come in your shoes, it wear down. We don't have no socks, barely can find drawers to wear. We were really poor, so we never thief. So if a man ever come tell me about you, they want some opportunity, you say, stop it. Stop it. No, man, you don't have to commit crime because you're poor. We don't have that the youth look at. In the end of the day, when we grow up, we have country bus and one bus left your salt. Things were different. We were really poor and we never got brought the England people in the house. We have come down. We never commit sort of a crime. So, I don't think poverty contributes to the crime we have one in Jamaica. I think we are listening to too much gun music. The violence is rendering the nation heart cold, people. Very cold. And from that, we are getting violence in Jamaica. While the government are telling you to put on the gun, you have people who are more influential, like artists. Get to the bloodstream of the youth. What the artists must say to the youth, go right to the bloodstream of the youth. Then, and we not say, call the youth. Then, I believe this is my solution to that. And it's not the first me I said this. If some people want to listen to them type of music there, you're supposed to listen to them in some enclosed building. Go in some arena, go in a club, or something where you can go in and the door closed and listen to such filth in that environment, since those filth still carry a fan base, right? The type of music, the gun music, they still have their fan base. So if you have their fan base, we have to hear the killy music. I think the rest of us should not be subjected to be in our bed, picnic come from school, we hang around out that door, in my backyard, and I hear gun music, or the man, somebody come kill me. I'm not supposed to be next door and I hear no sound of act of terror. I believe gun music. Remember, as some people say, freedom of speech and this and that. Well, if I'm the prime minister, I give a way out. When it comes to gun music, you must play it into a closed environment. You cannot come on this when I talk about serious crime and gun music still a playboy. No, man. Part of serious and crime, you got to get to the root of crime. Yeah, the root of crime is criminal politician. Because you can't look to the youth for a crime solution and not go to the head. That is a real root, That's a root up. Because I look on the head as something like a tablecloth. Nice, clean tablecloth. Wipe off the tabletop, nice and clean. That's a leader. Keep everything nice and clean and sanitized, right? Tabletop of the country, right? But if that tablecloth is sour fly, I take the ginger fly, I take the tablecloth. I use that same sour tablecloth for wipe off the table. The workplace are sour and fly probably follow. In order for us to have a clean tablecloth, and remember that tablecloth represents the Prime Minister or any leader of any country. So if you have a clean tablecloth, for it to be we clean the tabletop that represents Jamaica and sanitize it and make sure everything nice and sterile. That tablecloth must be sterile also. You have to go wash that tablecloth. Soap and bleach and make sure it smells nice. So when you come back on the table and I wipe, no fly come close, that everything nice, don't. So then you have to have a sterile tablecloth that represents the Prime Minister or leader first. You can't have a sour I believe what we have now is not a clean sour tablecloth, don't it? I think we have a sour tablecloth. So it can cause a problem with the flies and any problem that arises from that. We never select, we never go wash out and make sure the tablecloth is sterile and clean. So do you understand what I say, people? So, so bless up everybody else, but I don't know Jamaica, things that look away at Jamaica. And the nomination of the incoming ambassador people, the lady of a mandate, and to me she talk, it's like she ready to squeeze some balls of Jamaica. Like me tell you, so me she talk about drugs and lot of scamming and other financial crimes. She says some people are get robbed and don't even know that they might get robbed. So I would consider the poor people that have no sense. So people, let me tell you something. If it is one thing the US can do for me, at the country, strip up every criminal politician. Me no business with them there, could have PNP, could have Labour right. Just rid Jamaica of criminal politician and move on fresh with decent politician and our teeth and the people. And that Jamaica needed. Jamaica need to learn a lesson. They never really learn a lesson yet when some politician gets creep up and lock up. So if they never learn a lesson, what is going to stop the others to come in at the office and do the same thing? I mean, the others who came in and they did similar things to what I'm doing, I mean, what is going to happen to me? If anything the US could have done for Jamaica, may I tell you, is just clean up the country of crooked politicians. It's like a rock on the neck of every Jamaican. I said it in video before. These are the guys that make Jamaican run away, go through the border, go over San and Mexico and come into the country illegal. These are the things that make many of us overseas right now. This crooked politicians stealing everything, even charity money, in the backside. I wonder if the ambassador gonna check for the charity money. No, you say financial crime, lot of scamming and other financial crimes. Yo, we don't know. It's like, Lord God. And that's one of fresh news, and hurricane just pop. We don't know. But boy, we don't know, sir. We don't know. We not celebrate independence that year. We tell you from long time, say, we don't have no independence. So the man about to come around with no independence argument. We are not free. But, corrupt politicians sell out Jamaica. We get sell out people big time. I mean, I know I but whatever I got, man, we just, ready to roll with it. And I said, because say, Mr. God-fearing man see you, And we know about nothing. You have to be ready for the unexpected. Expect the unexpected and earn people. Just do the right thing. Even though something you have to do the right thing and, you have to do everything wrong. But, steal people, put on the violence and the crime in Jamaica. There's somebody with a conversation tonight. And then we're going to leave it. The crime and the violence that is in the society. It is, you know, me got Jamaica people. And me, man, attack. And even before you got Jamaica, you can see it on video. The least good to get here, man, you know, a quarrel. Me murder, you mean this, that, you mean this, that, you may get man. This is the next conversation Jamaica. You know, me get, me and my brethren, me get man coming and come, this and that, you know, me get man, you know, me get my brethren coming and come. You know, every man know a hit man. That's how Jamaica run people. Every man know a hit man. That's how I thought, every man know, you know, man know this and that, and, you know, obia. You see a man on social media saying, walk obia, and advertise himself. Just laugh, I said, Jesus God, what Jamaica come? Jamaica what? But let me tell you before I leave that, so. Because some people think, say, this is the ultimate, you know, but they don't reach nowhere yet. Jamaica regress from what we used to be. Remember, we used to control the own airport, then we own a seaport and we airport and control the plane and we train. We used to have running water throughout Jamaica, and on top of that, water trucks. We used to have, in a school, they get burger, cornmeal, flour, milk powder to go home, go give your family, your mother, right? You understand me? To go cook up some food. Enough time we come in right in time and handy. And we used to get uniform material for boys and girls while going to school. All these things were free. That was the Jamaica that was up and running. We have every clinic used to have a car here for the nurse. Yeah? So, you know, the car keep close to drive around in the community to give help. Yeah? A blue car. And she have a chauffeur driver or the government pay for. You have ambulances. People used to have ambulance. You always say we used to have ambulance. You know, you may say. We used to have ambulance. Ambulances used to look before a health center, a clinic. And the ambulance used to just park up there. And then the blue car with the nurse driving her. And the ambulance park up there. You understand me? Every day pretty much, or several times a week. Yeah man, an ambulance. And the blue car that double as an ambulance also. That is the life of Jamaica. Jamaica is better. We used to have theater, movie theater we used to go. Movie theater. Regular theater, I'm just saying, yeah, movie theater. I mean, are you telling me Jamaica better now? Look at the community centers throughout Jamaica. We used to have youth club there, police youth club, we used to have drama group, we used to play football and cricket. You know, we used to have sports during the day and we have dance at night time in the center. As people, that's what Jamaica used to be. SDC and UDC used to pump more money in this in the communities throughout Jamaica. So the youth them, you know, was better off. But them, even though we used to have a one country bus and if we left, we have to walk. Our life did bossy. We're different kind of people, different class of people. We don't no punk. This man said, yeah man. Yeah man. Yeah man. Wagwan Family. Much of the cat, 91. That's a family. Then you don't want to learn skill, Roderick Morgan. What is a different society out there? I'm going to Jamaica, I see it. I go there for 4 months, you know. Yeah, 4 months. And I go there go see. We get a front seat view of our Jamaica. Now, I tell us, say, I go there and help out some people there, right? One day, one youth see me on day and tell me, say, I want some work. He used to work at one and right. Then I tell him, I go to go help people. I never get a dollar, I lose over money people. So you say, I want some work, right? So I used to the community and I say. So I say, all right. Came for the job and, you know, show him, said, someone in charge. Deal with him. A young youth, you know, youngest down there. And he would come. I'm a left youth, you know, go and do other things. So I left him there. There's a man in charge over it to my young youth. So you have to listen to that man and that number. I'm going to tell him, say, you have to listen. You know, take orders from this brother and tell you what to do. So, before the day over, people, the youth that come to me say, want pay. You want pay and stuff like that. Then I found out Wagwan, I'm going to talk to the man. And then I run the thing, and I said, brother, Wagwan. And I said, the young youth come down there, come over there. And I said, no one this to eat, and no one that to eat. You know, provide the food, you know. Remember? He come there to provide the food. I don't know why someone believes they must provide them food. You know? When I work construction or foreign, they think nobody provide the food, man. You carry a lunch pan, man. But you get food provider, me say, you can go and cost pay about it. And I disrespect the brother over there. You understand me? And to the brother, kind of cool. This guy, young cat believes they can jump up on him. Come in over there. The last time, he never come back there, man. He never come back there the next day. Never say him see me and say, I want to work, you know. Enough people don't want to work, people. You get to understand, me see that. It's hard to get people to do some type of work. You understand me? So, because the lot of scamming, yes, I realize that enough youth are just on the mind there. Even good youth who grow up in the community, come from good parents. Every youth want to get into that. Because I just said the easy money there. I tell you to the people. And it's the influence that the scammers them are sure. The youth them, you know, the nice car and the bling bling and see me top shelf flick and the girl them and you want to live them life, yeah? Or this me I do. You know, many of the youth them in that. It's very widespread. Very much widespread. Scamming people. May I tell you? May I tell you that? It's more widespread than I think. Yeah, man. People, it's widespread, man. Big at Jamaica. Scamming. And the final scamming people are benefit from scammers. And even, I believe the government is benefiting from scammer. Whether directly or indirectly. The country, you know, in general. Because I believe most of people benefit from scammers are not the scammer themselves, because the scammer them not keep money. Nah. They waste money. I'm thinking about the man that we have the hardware them. Scammer build a nice house, scammer want a big house, you know. So scammer have, you know, material them I buy. All the material to build a house, and the truck man I deliver it. The man on the truck, they want to mend them on the truck, go unload and unload. It's work for them to work for the driver. Big money for the hardware man. And when you get those material, man need skilled men, trade men to do that. So you go to the mason, the carpenter, the plumber, the electrician, and you know, the window man, and this man and that man to make the scammer house nice. And when you also build and provide employment for people, you have the laborer, you have the trade man there. Scammer do that. Right? When it done, scammer want to furnish the house with some nice furniture. He goes want to get a pickup truck or a truck to deliver them now. Go to the hardware man, now the furniture man, and I get some nice furniture. Then you want some appliance, some fridge and some TV and a nice set, music in it, or whatever I want in my house. Yeah? The electronics. Not to mention scammer of them bike, you know. The man that sell bike at Jamaica be for scammers. What about the car dealership then? Bike dealership and car dealership. Scammer come there with a bag of money to buy a car. Yeah? These are the things to think about how much people are benefiting from the scammer. Then. When scammer got a supermarket, you know, scammer now just carry on a plastic bag, you know, because scammer bossy. Scammer probably have two baskets in that. Man behind a push basket. So even Mr. Chin love to see when scammer come in. Everybody make money. Yeah. And it's alleged when the scammer then bingo Mr. Chin make money same way. So it does everybody and their food, and for this it's widespread people. There's a lot of money inject into the system. Free money just loose and permeate through the system. So nobody really talk about it. Yeah. There's a lot of youth in Jamaica. When you go to Jamaica, say, boy, Jamaica nice too. They might develop Jamaica. She have some nice house out there. Many of them houses we see young youth might build. They work hard feet in a different farm. I try to tell them. But, you know, there's only so much I can tell you them, you know. Because they not listen, you know. Because that's what I believe. Once the youth them start scamming people, they can't stop. I swear to God. This is my belief, you know. I believe once they start it, it's like a drugs. I believe once you them start scamming people, they can't stop. No matter even if them have enough to switch. People come and telling them, people say, remember I'm studying with people, I'm going in 4 months. And just studying people, driving around, standing up and listening to people, reason with people, observe in people. You can really say it's a bad R I bring on the youth then. Because when you check the news, when scammer a drop out from bike accident or car accident, or some weird farmer thing reached them. Some weird death reached them. Scammers, yes. Very weird. You wonder, how that happened? How the car reach over there, sir? How that bike reach over there? I want to scammer boy. How did that happen? What happened here, sir? You scratch your head and scammer dead people. Every time. Because if I like not tell. When scammer drop out, you scratch your head and say, how did that happen? There's something wrong with scamming people. Even if I could look at, I wouldn't want that type of energy for me. Some people say, because you hear people talk out there, say, boy, slave money and blah, blah, reparation money. I'm saying, no, a man is just a man. Many of them look at old people, Pastor, they have nothing. And I read about one scammer make people refinance them house. The other day, I read for you. This old lady refinance her house and still can't stop and get sending money to give scammer. After enjoy her bank book. Still don't stop sending money to give scammer. Then she refinance her house. Still can't stop pay scammer. And then she sell the house. The scammer encourage her to sell the house. Scammer encourage her so she have bigger money to get. Sell the house. Do you see them things then also? Tell me how you get good energy from that. Think about it. For you, I think, say, boy, a slave master money. This is what we get wrong, A human being is just a human being. Remember that. You're not God. They decide what animal from what human being. Because I see when people look on we and look on we as no human being. And this way. But we are take advantage. You understand me? Think about it. And that's what me here Jamaica talk about, boy. And slavery and a few money and blah blah. And they leave these old people. Can't even buy food, can't even pay them for bills. You rob them. And you on the other hand in Jamaica, you take the money and pay a big life. Humble with it. Not for only. Show off and scammer coming at town. Everybody have to know say yeah you. Whole part people eat off a scammer. The police now name food off for them too, man. You don't believe that? I believe that. You hear people talking, man. Just listen and observe, man. Just observe. You hear people talk. Everybody name food, man. I believe politicians too. Why not? Better me say people, we don't understand say the scammer them a draw down big money. Sometimes here's some type of money man them a get. We say, Jesus Christ. People, them man them a get change. You still it. You think a joke of money. Them are money where you them a get. Where chop line. Me and you could have worked all our lifetime. We'll never earn that money. But look, there's one thing we always notice. Scammers rise, live big life. They shine like a starlight. That's how they burn. And just like how a starlight burn out, that's how we see the youth then. Most scammer people will get dirt. We see it over scamming. There's just some karma that come with the scam thing. To me, there's no humility and no humbleness with this thing. I pay a hype. Man, a bad man, I buy. We can buy any amount of machine more and buy. But all I can see the youth them rise up and them shine like a starlight. And then they are no longer here. They're dead. That's what I believe, say. Scamming is a bad thing, people. I don't watch the money. I go to Jamaica, I see the youth the meditation. You can see the bigger scammer them. You can see because sprat now, the fish, the kitty, we are try. People don't believe it. Yeah, man. You can see big sprat among them. You can hear people attack. They say, just observe, man. And see the tiki them a try. So the young innocent youth that so youth that got church and all them things they have tried it. You know, you see people. All different type of level scam out there. You know, some man just idiot. And them a bingo. Can't talk to nobody. And it make me wonder. Some of these people go to university over here and they make some money when they finish high school, take our money off of them. They make a laugh sometimes, you see. But it's a serious matter. But I tell you my feeling. You can continue what you do what you do. But you know, if my video encourage you to put it down and start do the right thing, you know, that means I'm doing a wonderful job. But if you don't want to listen what I'm saying and say, Carlos, you know, say me, all right, but they can't stop you, you know, say, all right. Addiction, youth. People, me I tell you, it could like an addiction. No matter how much money the man them have, the man they get bigger chop in the line. Yeah, man, they probably rent bigger house and some nice community and have a bag of man there chop the line. And that's how I see them big people. One bag of man stay in a house, I come out of house a man in time, man, say like that. You see video, man? Just observe, man, you see. One bag of man, boy, come out of house. Whole night them a work. You know hear me? People, I hear people I tell stories, man. You have man who grew up in them house. You know, left them granddad, left them little niece there. We take care of mama. And if your man come in and a chopper. And peer police harass them. Remember? No police ever come and that them man they yard, you know. A good people grew up in a church. But the granddaughter they with chopper. All 15 man in the house one time. And police have kick off door coming at the innocent churchman house because the granddaughter decides that she want to with scammer. And then carrying all 10, 15 man and change the community. And that's it. I mean, I know what the man them do it. But the man them brought in there, so all I can say. All I can say. You know. All I can say. But loving the people. Mannaz Respect, me talking the lights. If you pull on the violence, no man, I made it. If we can put on the violence, it would be a wonderful Jamaica. Put on the violence, people. To put violence in the music. We meditate for the kiddie song them. And turn on and murder the youth them. Because we hear that tell me, music that tell me, sure, give me a punk and go and dirt somebody. I love them. Peace. Moving forward. And that me upon. Yeah. Yeah, man. Respect. Blessing to each and every one of them old people.